Buffalo Bills have lost to the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs yet again. In this video, we're going to talk about some things that went wrong and try to figure out where the Bills go from here. What's up, everybody? It is Jon Helmkamp with A to Z Buffalo. The Buffalo Bills season comes to an end like it has in 4 of the last 5 seasons, with a loss to the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. Here we are again. I guess is really the only way to say that. It's a familiar road. It's an unpleasant ending. It's something that has become a mountain of an obstacle for the Buffalo Bills that they just can't seem to get past. And in this video, we're just going to talk a little bit about some reactions to the game, some things that the Bills could have done differently, where they need to improve on going into next season, and what it's going to take to maybe get past the Chiefs in the future, because we all know that Patrick Mahomes isn't going anywhere. Some things that stand out on first reaction to the AFC Championship game: the Buffalo Bills struggled to get pressure with their front four. At least that's how it appears when I'm thinking about it and looking back on it offhand. Ed Oliver had a good game. He seemed to really wreck a couple plays and make his presence felt. There was one play in particular where there was pressure coming up the middle from a couple of defensive tackles where Patrick Mahomes did end up getting sacked. But generally speaking, the front four just did not play well. Greg Rousseau in particular, who has really been emerging this year, had a great start to the season, kind of seemed to tail off a little bit as the season went along. He was constantly getting trapped, collapsing off the edge. There were numerous times where containing that edge, which is so important going against Mahomes, he just failed to do and let Mahomes leak out for an easy scramble to go pick up a first down. Some other things that stand out: Christian Benford was dearly missed in this game. He was healthy to go, and at the very beginning of the game, he was playing well, broke up a deep pass down the field. I think it was Xavier Worthy, if I remember right, that or Hollywood Brown. And then after that, shortly into the game, he takes a hit and looks like he's right back into having another concussion, which he was in concussion protocol earlier in the week. When that happened, it really opened the floodgates for the Bills' defense. Kaiir Elam, the former first-round pick, was put into the game as Benford's backup, and he got torched on the first drive on defense. Mahomes went after him early and often. He was giving up a ton of space to the receivers that were in front of him. He got flagged for a face mask that was questionable at best. His hand was on the face mask, but it didn't get grabbed and pulled. Regardless, he was a weak spot on the defense that Mahomes directly went after. I think that answered a lot of questions about Kaiir Elam's future with the Buffalo Bills, but not having Benford out there was a major blow to this defense as the game went along. I think another thing that just stands out about this game is it seems like the Bills were outcoached again. Steve Spagnuolo is unbelievable as the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs. We all know what he's capable of doing. Many confusing looks that catch opposing offenses off guards, where he's able to generate pressure in very surprising ways. But the Bills didn't look as prepared for this game as the Chiefs did on both sides of the ball. I think the play calling from Joe Brady was average at best. I think there was a lot of plays in this game where he should have dialed up something different. I think going away from the quarterback sneak earlier would have been a good thing to do, considering it wasn't working and the Chiefs were consistently getting push off that left side of the offensive line, which had been so successful for Josh Allen over the course of the season. But when they realized that it wasn't working, going away from that and going to something else was probably the right thing to do. They didn't do it. The fourth down stop that was very borderline as to whether or not Allen got there or not, again, was the 5th time that they went with the quarterback sneak in that game, and he only converted on 2 of those 5. So I think there's a lot of things to dissect about this game. I think going forward, the defensive line and more weapons for Josh Allen, I think those are 2 of the biggest needs for this team going into the offseason and heading into the pre-draft cycle, and we'll see how general manager Brandon Beane decides to attack it in the offseason. Let me know your initial thoughts on this game and where the Bills go in the offseason in the comments down below. I'll catch you guys next time.